my mascara, and this Halloween I want it to be really chill. I've done a lot of things in the past, so I just wanted something really simple. My friend Maxine got me this no face sweater, and it inspired me to do this low-key no face look. So if you want to see how I did this, then keep watching. You're gonna start off with a blank face, and by the way, if you're wearing some kind of big sweater like I am, your sleeves might get in the way, so you're going to want to roll those up. So I'm gonna start with taking two different color brow pencils, one lighter and one darker, and I'm gonna start doing my brows. My brows are kind of just patches of hair that have no really real shape. Even as weird as they look now, that's even after trying to shape them. So I kind of just do what I can with them. So yeah, please don't judge my brow game. I'm still working on it. In the colder weather, I tend to have really dry skin, so I'm going to take this Gudetama Lazy and Easy All-in-One Essence. It's a great face on there, that's why I bought it actually. And I'm just going to put a little bit on my hand first, and then put it on my whole face just to have some extra moisture underneath my foundation. Then I'm going to take a primer. This is the Baby Face one by Maybelline, the Instant Pore Eraser, and I'm going to again put a little bit on my hand and then smooth it over my face so it makes it easier to put things on it. Next, I'm going to take the True Match Lumi foundation from L'Oreal, and I'm actually going to use the sponge from the Cushion Pack to blend it out since I didn't have any sponges. I really just dotted it all over my face. Something that I wish I did differently when I made this look was I didn't realize how I'm not really dark, but I was a bit tanner than usual because it's so pretty sunny where I am. I would have wanted to have a lighter face though when I did this. Next, I'm taking this concealer pencil. I got it out of my Ipsy bag. I'm gonna have all the links for all the products down below so you can see what it is there. I'm just going to conceal my dark circles as usual. I don't really have any on camera at least, but it was a little dark under there, so I just wanted to brighten that up. I'm gonna put it in kind of a triangle motion and then conceal the redness around my nose and just a few spots on my face. Oh yeah, I'm done. I also put a little bit underneath my eyebrows just to help with the tiny hairs that are still there. I'm going to set it with my Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I dropped it, which is why it's kind of broken, but I just powdered that all over my face, not too much. So I'm going to move on to eyes. I'm going to take the Lorac Behind the Scenes primer and smooth that over my eyelids. Then I was trying to figure out what to do next. Take a white eyeliner and start mapping out the triangles from No Face on your face. You're going to want to look at a picture of him. It's a lot more helpful to look at a picture than to do it freehand. I also took the white eyeliner and just started highlighting a few places that I wanted to highlight later, just to remind myself, I guess. Then I'm going to take the B palette by Bubzbeauty. I'm a big fan of her, by the way. I'm going to take this light shade in Happy, and I'm just going to smooth that as a base over my eyes. I wasn't entirely sure what I wanted to do yet, so I just started with this light color in the middle. Then I'm going to take the shade in Kind, which is a light lilac color, and I just started smoothing that over Happy, focusing more on the lid area to start getting some of those purple tints in. Then I'm going to go into my Lorac Pro Palette. I took the Cool Gray, which is kind of a dark, very, very slightly purple gray shade. And I started buffing that into my outer V, kind of working into a smoky eye. And I was trying to keep a general cat shape with this look. It doesn't have to be too clean, of course. I just continued blending that out. I also took some of that cool gray and put it on my lower lash line. If you look at a picture of him, you'll actually notice that he has really like actually little eclipse of gray underneath his eyes, and I was trying to slightly mimic that. Then I'm going to take the shade in Plum, which is a dark, slightly muted purple, and I'm going to buff that over the cool gray. It's going to start adding some color to the look. You'll want to keep blending and make this look a little bit more smoky. Then I'm going to go into the matte black color. You can just take any matte black eyeshadow. And I really started defining the outer V. I was trying to make my eyes extremely dark for this, sort of just to make up for the fact that No Face doesn't really have any eyes. So you're going to create a little V there. I used a little pencil part of my two-sided eyeshadow brush. And then after that, I blended it very slightly just to keep it soft and smoky, but I still tried to keep the shape in as much as I could. So after that, I'm going to take my Stila All Day eyeliner and I'm going to line my eyes. You can use any eyeliner you want, although I prefer a liquid or pen eyeliner just because it's darker. The way I do my eyeliner, I sort of start towards the middle and start working outwards. I kind of pull the eyeliner in a horizontal shape and I start working from the middle out and then back in, back out, and I just keep going back and forth. I mark a little wing and I connect it with the rest of the line, and then after that it's just looking at the line and cleaning it up. So then I just went into Snow, which is a white shimmery shade, and I started emphasizing that highlight that I did with the white eyeliner earlier. I also did it sort of to make up for the paleness that I didn't recreate when I was doing my foundation. Then I'm going to go in with a black pencil liner. I just got this one from the Ipsy bag as well. And I'm going to go ahead and start lining my lower waterline. Well, more like my lash line actually. I didn't want to go too far in, but I did want to darken the outer thirds of the eyes. And I just blended that with more cool gray. And I curled my lashes with my Shu Uemura eyelash curler, and I just swept a few coats of mascara over it. I went ahead and put some more cool gray on my lower lash line, and I was pretty much done with the eyes, for now at least. So time to start on the triangles. I used my Coastal Scents palette. I don't use it too often, so I was just using it to get the colors I wanted. I'm actually going to use a lot of the mixes of purples, just adjusting from what I see in the picture. This is probably going to be the most tedious part of the look. I just started filling in the triangles, sort of adjusting the color as I went. You'll notice that No Face's purples are more of like a muted purple rather than a pronounced one. So I was mixing both light purples, kind of lilac and a little bit darker, with gray, and that seemed to get me the right color. I just kept building it very, very slowly because you'll notice that the shape is not a perfect triangle. They're a little curved around the sides, and the side that is pointed towards your nose, that side will be straighter than the rest of it. It's hard to describe the shape exactly, but I just kept adjusting it according to what I saw on the picture. After you finish building up the eyeshadows, I just went in with my foundation earlier. I didn't use very much, but I just went and tried to clean up the outside of the shapes as well as I could. You'll notice that I didn't really put too much coverage on my face in terms of foundation. That's just because that was my choice. I was aware of it. But if you want that porcelain skin look, you can put as much coverage as you want. So at this point, I realized that the colors on my eyes were a little bit pinkier than what was on the triangles. So I just went into the same purples that I used on the triangles, and I started sweeping it sort of a wash over my eyeshadow just to adjust the colors, and I dropped my camera. I found it a little funny. So I went in with some more snow and kept highlighting just to make up for the fact that I wasn't very pale for this. I was actually not sure what to do for the lips. I don't usually wear too many lip colors. I do them very occasionally just because I eat a lot of things and drink a lot of things, and I don't like having to reapply. But I just went on and put on some lip balm, and then I was experimenting with some different colors. I tried 2 different frosty shades and I thought they looked terrible, so I freaked out and wiped them off. I ended up taking this dark, not really dark, this berry shade, and I blended it out with my fingers. And actually, that by itself looked pretty well. I thought it complemented the colors, but I wanted to tone it down a little bit and make it a little bit more dark, I guess. So I took some of that black eyeshadow and very painstakingly blended it from my outer lips inwards, kind of like a contouring way to make it more vampy, and I liked how this looked with the overall look a lot better. So that's pretty much it. You can really wear your hair however you want. I sort of really often wear my hair just out and a little messy, so that's what I was doing. I tried to make it a little bit more cleaner and see with how that looked, but I ended up really liking it just how my hair usually is. Like I said, I was going for that low-key casual look. So a few things you can do with this. You can actually make an extra mask if you want, and you can wear it on your back, sort of strung around your neck. You can also put on a black hoodie, especially if you're a guy and you want to look more mysterious. You can put the mask underneath the top of the hoodie. You can really customize this however you like. You can also get some really cool sclera, the black ones that make your whole eyes black contacts, and you can put those in to add a creepiness factor. And you can add some black lipstick if you want. But I was fine with my super minimal look. So after that, you can just have fun being no face, doing regular things like make yourself some ramen. You can sit down and watch Spirited Away, and then you can try to practice your little hand thing that he does when he offers people things, and when they deny you, you remember you're all alone in the world, and then you just start eating everything in sight and you just start gorging. But you have an excuse to eat. That sounds good to me. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this look, and if you have any comments or suggestions about it, please leave them down below. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.